Today we're traveling the Wisconsin Lake Superior Scenic Byway, also a National Scenic Byway. The adventure will take us along 70 miles of Highway 13 along the south shore of Lake Superior. Here in Bayfield County, we'll see how culture, history, and nature are beautifully woven together in the communities of Washburn, Bayview, Bayfield, Red Cliff, Cornucopia, and Herbster.
A great way to start your road trip is with a visit to the Northern Great Lakes Visitor Center. It's right by the junction of US 2 and Highway 13. It's also on the border of the Chequamegon National Forest and the Whittlesey Creek National Wildlife Refuge. The museum celebrates the history and heritage of Lake Superior, its diverse cultural and natural resources, through a beautifully designed exhibit hall and mural. There's galleries that feature artwork and educational programs that promote environmental stewardship. Outside, you'll find a couple trails and some great viewing areas.
A few miles up the coast, we'll come to the city of Washburn, known as the Little Town on the Big Lake. It's also the county seat of Bayfield County.
This quaint community is really worth exploring. They have some great restaurants and bars, some cute boutique shops, art galleries, and a lot more. I highly recommend to stop at the Washburn Cultural Center if you want to learn more about this maritime community, and it's a cool building.
The first floor features an antique shop complete with a vinyl vault and an art gallery with rotating exhibits.
Upstairs, the local history museum features artifacts, photographs, and dioramas like this.
This is actually West End Park.
Oh.
Back in 1900.
Both spaces help tell the story of this place and its people.
So just a lot of history here. So between the logging history, and then we had quarrying with the brownstone, and then dynamite with DuPont, we had a lot going on. Now today, it's more outdoor recreation is what we're known for, and artists. So it's this really interesting conglomeration of people who love the outdoors.
The Washburn Historic Lakeshore Parkway and Walking Trail is another great way to learn some history and get a beautiful view of Chequamegon Bay. The trailhead is at Thompson's West End Park, where you'll also find camping, a boat launch, and the Sprague Well, which has been supplying hikers and visitors clean, cold artesian water since 1903. Driving north from Highway 13, you pass through the town of Bayview. It's home to Houghton Falls Nature Preserve and Bayview Park, which has one of the most pristine beaches along the Superior Coast. You know, often when you're driving through Bayfield County, you'll notice a lot of orchards. That's because there's a fantastic microclimate here thanks to Lake Superior, perfect for growing fruit and berries. So we're gonna check out Hauser's Superior View Farm, and I believe they have a cidery there.
My great-great-grandfather started this farm in 1908. So we're well over 100 years old, Century Farm. We grow about 15 different varieties, you know, everything from a McIntosh, Cortland, your standard old school apples to Honeycrisp.
Well, you've diversified too. I mean, you grow apples and you grow other berries, but you've developed a cidery.
Yes, this will be our 6th year doing ciders. Ciders are finally coming back, and it's a great thing for everybody. I mean, especially for us now that we're getting into this market.
Take in the view, enjoy some nature, learn about apples, and then drink them. I mean, eat them.
Yeah. Or both.
Oh, or both. Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
The view as you come into Bayfield on the Lake Superior Scenic Byway, one of the reasons they call it scenic. This is stellar.
We're a very iconic harbor town. I've been bringing my family here for 30 years. We have sailed, we've kayaked, we've gone on the tours, we've camped out on the islands.
It is a beautiful lake, and this is a beautiful shoreline, especially with the Apostle Islands around here.
This lake, it's clean, it's fresh, it's one of the coldest of the Great Lakes. It's also the largest. This is just a piece of heaven here.
This is a good-looking fish dinner, and this was swimming in Lake Superior this morning.
Absolutely. We have 2 families. Hoopmans, they have been fishing for 6 generations. Bodines have been fishing for 5 generations.
Well, you see so much when you just take a walk around here. I mean, there's so many shops.
Oh, we have so many galleries, we have art studios, stores, pubs, we have a wonderful coffee shop.
So if you're looking for an unforgettable evening of entertainment, head to Big Top Chautauqua. It's an intimate 900-seat venue under a blue striped tent. It's hosted legends like Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Gladys Knight, and more, but it's also home to the adored Blue Canvas Orchestra. It's made up of extraordinarily talented professional local musicians who are also amazing storytellers. Most of the performances here celebrate Lake Superior. After such a beautiful day exploring everything on the Lake Superior Scenic Byway, when the sun goes down, it's time to rest your head somewhere. And you have so many great options around Bayfield, whether it's historic inns, Airbnbs, I'm at Blue Vista Farms, which grows blueberries and more out here, but they have a great Airbnb. That's where I'm resting my head tonight. So, sweet dreams of Lake Superior. Sun rises in the east and you get to look at the beautiful waters of Lake Superior. Maybe you want to go to Madeline Island. Well, there goes the Madeline Island Ferry, ready to take people over there. It makes multiple round trips every day. As for me, I'm off to Red Cliff. Bayfield County was originally inhabited by the Anishinaabe. The Red Cliff Reservation remains their home today, and within it is Frog Bay Tribal National Park, the first tribal national park in the U.S. It protects and sustainably manages over 300 acres, including 4,000 feet of undeveloped Lake Superior shoreline.
This Frog Bay Tribal National Park section has 1.7 miles of hiking trails. Visitors will be able to experience beautiful, mature hardwood forest and a beautiful section of beach with a great view of the Apostle Islands.
So Marvin, as a tribal elder, what does this park mean to you?
Well, this park is very special, not just to me as an elder, but certainly to our community. And the reason why it's special, because it talks to us. It tells us about the land, about the air, and about the water. So we felt with the park that it would be our chance to tell a story of how pristine the land is, not just here in Red Cliff, but certainly within the region.
One of the most popular attractions to the area is the Apostle Islands National Lakeshore. It offers stunning Lake Superior views and access to the 22 Apostle Islands. There are also 9 lighthouses within its boundaries.
This is one of those places where when people come here, they can just be in awe with something so large and something so beautiful. It's a place where you can walk on the beach, where you can go for a swim in the summer, where you can find somebody who has a boat company and maybe go out to the islands on a taxi or on a kayak tour.
As we're standing now, it's warm and there's beaches, but there's some good hiking trails right here too.
Most of our hiking trails are offshore, but there's a little boardwalk here that people can walk on to the wetlands. The main one that people are interested in is actually over at Myers Beach, which is also on the Scenic Byway. That location, you can hike about 1.5 miles along the top of the shoreline and look down on the sea caves that are below. This location is within the Red Cliff Reservation. It has a really important relationship to the Ojibwa nations. And so it's just a place to begin to get an understanding for something so big, for something so special, for so many different experiences along the shores of Lake Superior.
On the northwestern slope of the Bayfield Peninsula right along Lake Superior is the charming fishing town of Cornucopia.
Home to the northernmost post office in Wisconsin and Eller's General Store. Let's get some lunch. Just off Highway 13 outside of Cornucopia is the Siskiwit River Preserve, home to Siskiwit Falls, one of 5 beautiful waterfalls you can easily access off the Scenic Byway, and these trails take you right to it. Let's check it out. See, and now I get to watch the sunset here on the beach in Herbster. Just down the street, Port Wing and Cloverland. Each has their own unique characteristics and culture. You know, the Lake Superior Scenic Byway and the Door County Coastal Byway connect some of Wisconsin's most precious cultural, historical, and natural resources. And the Wisconsin Coastal Management Program is dedicated to preserving access to these beautiful Great Lakes coastlines. I'm Eric Paulson. I'll see you down the road.